If anyone had told Zainab that jealousy could wear a smile and still dig a grave, she would have laughed. But life taught her the hard way that envy does not always roar. Sometimes it whispers softly before it strikes. Zainab was born in a quiet farming village where everyone knew everyone. She never chose to be noticed, yet from the day she was old enough to fetch water from the stream, eyes followed her everywhere. The elders said her beauty was rare, too rare for a small place like theirs. Some even called her the village jewel. She hated the name. Her parents, Malam Sadiq and Aisha, were simple farmers. They owned no wealth except their kindness and a small piece of land filled with cassava and yam. Their home was humble, but it was warm with laughter, until the world outside began to poison what was once peaceful. The trouble started quietly. Whenever Zainab passed through the village square, giggles followed her footsteps. At first she ignored them, but one afternoon at the stream, she heard a sharp voice hiss behind her. "See how she walks like she owns the whole village just because her face is fine." She turned slowly. Standing there were Ralia, Sophia, and Nene, three girls bound together by jealousy. Their smiles were thin, their eyes burning with quiet hatred. From
fine face is not an achievement.
that day, Zainab became their daily topic. Fine face is not an achievement. Do you think beauty will cook food for you? Maybe she used juju. She laughed in public, but cried in private. Her mother noticed. "My daughter," Aisha would whisper, stroking her hair, "sweet fruit always attracts flies. Never shrink yourself because others cannot grow." But words could only heal so much. Soon, rumors spread like wildfire. They said Zainab was not normal, that her beauty came from dark powers, that her mother must have visited a shrine. People began to avoid her. Children laughed at her shadow. Her father said nothing. He believed silence could protect them, but silence did not stop cruelty. Eventually, her mother stopped sending her to the market. Zainab stayed home, helping on the farm, staring through the bamboo fence as other girls laughed and walked together. Loneliness became her closest companion. Then came the announcement that shook the village. The town crier's gong echoed through the air. The prince was ready to choose a wife. A grand dance would be held at the palace. Every unmarried maiden was invited. Zainab did not want to go, but her mother insisted. "Destiny does not knock twice," Aisha said firmly. "You will go." She prepared quietly, a simple but elegant wrapper, a cowrie necklace from her mother's box. For the first time in months, hope flickered. But elsewhere, hatred was being sharpened. Ralia, Sophia, and Nene met at the stream. "If she goes to that dance, we are finished," Sophia said bitterly. "So we make sure she doesn't," Ralia replied. They came to Zainab's house with smiles, gifts, and fake apologies. Loneliness blinded her caution. Against her mother's warning, she believed them. On the morning of the dance, they arrived dressed like flowers. "Let's take a shortcut through the bush," Nene suggested sweetly. Zainab hesitated, but followed. The laughter faded, the path narrowed, the forest fell silent. Then suddenly, the ground collapsed beneath her. Her scream tore through the trees as she plunged into darkness. Pain exploded through her legs. Above her, the girls peered down, smiling. "Dance there," Ralia mocked. "Let's see if the prince wants you now." They walked away, and Zainab was left to die. That night, her mother's heart refused to rest. The palace searched. The king grew alarmed. The prince found no bride among the dancers. At dawn, a hunter named Haruna followed a weak cry deep in the bush. He found the pit. He saved her. When the truth was revealed, the palace trembled with anger. The jealous girls confessed. Justice was swift. Exile followed imprisonment. The village learned a lesson it would never forget. And before the crowd, the prince stepped forward. "I have found my wife," he declared. He lifted Zainab gently, brushing dirt from her dress. Cheers erupted, tears flowed. They tried to bury her, but destiny crowned her instead. Moral: jealousy digs pits for others, but often falls into them itself. What is destined for you cannot be destroyed by hatred. Thank you so much for watching and supporting this channel. If this story touched you, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories. New stories drop every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday by 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Your support keeps these stories coming. God bless you.